All right, on the water again today. It is a Monday, so much quieter, and I'm at a lake called Dalrymple. Just going to work my way out of my launch point, which was at a pinch point between the two big parts of this lake. There's a little river that kind of goes to, or between two spots, of two parts of the lake, I mean. The one that I'm going to, which is straight ahead, is a little bit deeper than the other side. So in behind me, where I'm paddling from, it's a weedy, shallow kind of, well, just weedy and shallow all the way through. And I've never fished it, but I hear there's lots of small pike and largemouth bass out that way. I've been straight ahead quite a few times with the Bassmaster Club, and once last year with the kayak group. And there's a spot not too far up ahead that I found some really nice smallmouth bass on this little point that juts out, and then it's all rocky and it goes for quite a ways out into the lake from the shore. And they were hanging out on that rocky point quite a bit. So I fished there pretty well all day and had a really good day. So I'm just going to work my way along on my way out there and see if I can snag something along the way, but I'm not really going to fish too hard along here. This is just going to be traveling mode along here, but I might as well cast while I'm doing it. So if you can see up ahead, that's the main lake as it kind of opens up from this little stretch of river. And on the left hand side, past this point there, there's another point. There's a point that's well down the lake that I'm not going to go to, but there's a point just beyond kind of the main part of this little point that I'm going to paddle over to. It's downwind going, so it should be clear sailing, and depending how the wind does on the paddle back, I might have a little bit of extra leg work to get back. But that's okay. Out here to get some exercise today. A little bit different environment or atmosphere, I guess, today, because I'm not with a partner on a fast bass boat. I'm in my kayak. I don't have a tournament. Just have to be back in Barrie, which is about an hour away, in time for the school bus. So I've got about 4 hours worth of fishing today. We'll see. I'll go over to my point that I want to. Oh, there was a fish. Tip, tip, tip. Slow. Oh, there's a great blue heron over there. Don't know if you can see that or not. There's a swan that he just flew by. This is a pretty weedy flat here that I think when I fished my kayak event last year, there were some guys in here. I want to say they were fishing for largemouth bass with topwater, I assume, I don't know, or maybe they were using some sort of a weedless something or other, and I have no idea if they caught anything or not. But there were a few kayaks that I pedaled past on my way to where I wanted to go, and they were right here. But that's not really my style of fishing. I don't really care to fish out of the weeds too much. Maybe that I'm just not used to it. I'm not quite sure what to do. I just end up every cast pulling weeds off my hook, so I just don't know how to do it, I guess. Use the right hooks or something. Again, I don't know if you can see that swan over there or not. There's a swan. And what I do remember coming through here before is that it's a little bit weedy and it might bog down my prop a couple times. But that's okay. We will stop every once in a while, and when the pedaling gets rough, I know that my pedal drive has got some weeds on it. So some guys would probably go over to where that swan is and throw, like, cast topwater frogs and that sort of thing over there and look for holes in the weeds, maybe. I'm not quite sure. how they would do that. But well ahead, you can't see it on the GoPro, I doubt. There's a Canada flag on a point that I'm directly pedaling at, and that's where I want to get to. See if my fish are still there from last year. If they are, I'm gonna have a great morning. Maybe I'll try and go over this way. See if I can find a path through here that's not in the weeds. If you can see down there or not, it is weedy. Good spot for pike and largemouth, I guess, though. Okay, it's getting hard to pedal, so I'll show you what goes on down here. I'll run back there for a sec. So down here, all I do is I pop this up. There's my, I don't know if you can see that or not. There's my pedal drive down here. Get my weeds off. Drop it back down in and keep on going. There we go, untangled. Okay, see if I can get through here and get to my spot. Don't want to waste any time. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm through the weedy part, and I got a whopper plopper on there now, so this is a top water. As I plug along here, I'll just troll this thing in behind me. Not expecting to catch anything, but might as well be fishing. Who knows, there's pike, there's muskie in here. That'd be fun. So we'll just troll this whopper plopper behind the boat, or behind the kayak, for what looks like about 400 or 500 meters to my fishing spot. See what happens. Okay, the place I want to fish is actually just up around this point that you see there. There's a pontoon boat right at the point, but the wind is behind me, so I think I might just try a few casts with my top water along here as I come up to the point and then get serious. So we'll see if anybody wants to bite this guy today. Hopefully, because that's fun when they come ripping out of the water after this thing. So I'm going to cast this as we come along the shoreline up towards the point, and then once we get to the point, I'll probably put on a little jig or something. This will be nice too, because I think the wind, once I get around the point, it's going to be perfect. There won't be much of a breeze pushing me around, so it should be good, or should be a good spot. rock right there. That's where they like to hang out. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not, but there's a beautiful rock right there. Actually, it looks like there's a bunch of nice rocks down there. Of course, just as I get all tangled up. Okay, I'll be back. Weeds. Okay. Almost to my spot. Still not there yet, but I got a little distracted because there was a bunch of little minnows splashing around up here. We'll see if anybody's underneath those minnows. I don't know if you can hear or not, but there's a little dog up there that sounds like he or she was left alone and he's a little lonely, barking away. Oh, there was one under there. There we go. What do we got? See him down there? Ah, largie. I'll take him on this side. Little guy. Okay, let's start. So I'm not going to bother to put a measure on this guy because he's a little one. Oh, there we go. A largemouth bass caught right in the side of the lip. Oh yeah. So is my finger. There we go. Fish number one. Probably, I don't know, what, 10, 11 inches. Okay, buddy. See you later. Excellent. One fish down. And I haven't even got my spot yet. Okay, time to get serious. This is the spot right here where I caught some good ones last year. Mind you, I was here a little bit earlier in the day. Right here, over there, I was here all through the day. And it was 365 days ago, so they could be long gone. Or they could have been here yesterday, or they could be here tomorrow. Who knows? But I'm going to give it a really good fish along here. Start with this Senko and probably try a little jig here in a bit. That looks like a crayfish or something maybe. Saw something really big jump out there. Who knows? Pretty deep water. Carp maybe? I don't know. Could have been a bass floating around chasing after minnows. There was one beautiful fish here that I saw last year because it's beyond the end of the kayak is shallow, and I guess you can kind of see here on this side that it's kind of rocky, sandy, but it's shallow. And I had him chase after my hook. Or it wasn't really a chase because it was just a really slow moving bait, but he came after it and it was big. And then a couple casts later, I had a fish on that broke me off, and I don't know, I'd like to think it was the same one because it was a good one. But that guy was here when I first started, so maybe this is a early morning spot right here where it was for him that one cast last year. Try one out a little deeper. But I only did have that one look at it. All the rest of them were over at that next point over there. Ooh, there's a fish. What do I got on here? Doesn't feel too big. Ooh, fighter. He's a fighter. Woo! I mean, you can tell he's kind of pulling my nose of my kayak as he's moving over. But he's just a little guy. Let's see what kind he is. I want to say he's largemouth. Nope, smallmouth. Just get him tired out and we'll slide him into the net. Get him on this side over here, maybe. Here it comes. Okay, what do we got here? Another little guy. Seems to be the way of the year for me so far, the little guys. Oh, there he is. Nice little smallmouth bass. There he goes. Okay, let's get another one. Okay, I got myself repositioned. He was up quite shallow, maybe 3 feet or so of water where I caught that guy. Oh, there's another one. Look at that, one cast and I got him. Oh, what was that? That broke me off. Whoa. Okay. This is right where I was just talking about breaking something off, and whatever that was broke me off. That felt big. Yay. Heck. What do I got back here for other rods? Let's put this one on. But usually getting broke off that fast doesn't mean bass, so that might have been a pike or a muskie or something up there. Huh. Okay. Shoot. Shoot. See if I can get my hook back by using this guy. I'll retie that one in a second, but I want to work this little bit of shoreline here first before I take time off, just in case there's a school or something here. There. Oh, you see him? See him jump out of the water? He was probably trying to spit the hook out of his mouth, or my hook out of his mouth. I hope the camera caught that. He was a nice largemouth bass, I think. Sorry, buddy, for leaving a hook in your mouth. Grab this one and I'll take both out for you. feel bad leaving a hook in his mouth, but I guess they say that hooks kind of work their way out, and it's only a single little hook. So hopefully he'll work it out of there. So I guess it wasn't a pike or a muskie, it was a bass that bit that time. I'll have to check my line, retie, because it could be a little weak, or it must be a little weak, because bass usually don't have sharp teeth to bite off like that. My line must have been nicked. I got something messing around here. Is he gonna? Yeah, he did bite it. Just as I was fiddling with the camera, he came to bite it. He was tap, 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 tap. But I'm thinking, what, rock bass maybe? He's really fooling around with it. What is this guy? It is a rock bass. Look at that. You kind of tell when a little guy like a panfish bites, and that's what this guy is. He's a panfish. He was just tap, 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 and then he wouldn't let it go, and then he let it go, and then he came back, and then tap, 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 tap. So that's a rock bass right there. It's considered here in Ontario, I'm gonna need the pliers on him. He's considered a panfish, and they don't get very big. There we go. This is pretty small though, even for a rock bass. They usually get, or you can see his red eye, they'll get what, 12, 14 inches would be a giant. So anyway, see buddy? That was right after I retied, and then I went back to the same spot here. So we'll paddle back up into the wind and float it again. Oh, fooled myself, must have been a weed. Nope, nothing home with that rock. Okay, coming up, coming up. Check my depth finder on here. Sports, avionics. Find out where I am. Yeah. So I don't know if this shows up on GoPro or not, but I was just fishing here off this little point. Up ahead there's kind of this offshore shoal, and then a rocky point that kind of juts out underneath the water there, so underwater rocky point. So that's where I'm headed, is to go right there. Beautiful. Okay, let's do this a little differently here. Oh, fish on, I think. Yes, trying to maneuver my kayak the other way. I snagged into something. Let's see what we got here. He's little. There he is. What is he? Aha! Another rock bass. Hey, little guy. Easy, easy. Okay. Just let me get the hook out of your mouth. There. Oops, out. There we go. Rock bass. Here's one. Hey, that's better. They are here. This is a little smallmouth. Come here, buddy. Scrapper. Hey! Into the net. Little guy. Well, 14 inches maybe. For a kayak event, that might be kind of at the bottom end of something you'd want to measure. For a boater event, he's something that might be 1.5 pounds, 3/4, maybe 2 pounds if you're lucky. Okay, got to do a little surgery on this guy. Should pop right out. Okay, there we go. Smallmouth bass, maybe 14 inches, 15 inches or so. We'll let him go. Hey, buddy. Right where you're supposed to be. There's another guy on here. He was right up tight to those reeds. He's not very big. Oh, I think he's another rock bass. There he comes. Yep. Let's see if I can do a boat side release for him. Go like this. And like that. Hey, buddy. No smallmouth up shallow. But the rock bass are. Okay, wanted to show you here that all this rock, this shallow rock, if I throw out my drop shot and a minnow, oh, there's a nice bass right there. Sucker, I floated right on top of them. I knew they were here. They're a little shallower than I thought. I was casting deeper. Okay. So I just scared the crap out of that one, so that's not going to work. Nonetheless, he wants a minnow. See, look at this. It's like 2-3 feet deep here. And I floated right on top of that guy. Scared the crap out of him, and he went. So maybe I wasn't casting far enough up here. Darn. Okay, put my Senko back on and cast up here. In this shallow stuff. Better sit down. Okay, there's one here. It's going. Is it off? It's going. Okay. There was one up here, so let's try casting out into the super shallow and see. Look at that. One cast and a fish. Smallie, get out of the reeds. Heading right for the reeds. Get out of the reeds. Oh, you spit out my Senko. Uh-oh, getting in the reeds again. Okay, so they were here, they just were shallower than I thought. Come here, buddy. Come here. Okay, he's not bad. Decent size. Maybe 15, 16 incher. Maybe not quite. 14. But one cast, boom, there he was. See you, buddy. Right in tight to those reeds up there. Okay, got a little nicer one on this time. I actually saw, ooh, there, out of the water. I actually saw this guy swim by, and I cast it out in front of which way he was going, And he picked up my bait, so just like he was supposed to. It's a nice one. I've been seeing quite a few along here. This stretch I'm just drifting along, and then there's pockets of lighter colored bottom, and I've seen fish coming in and out, and they've come up, looked at my hook but I think I'm getting too close, and my kayak is scaring them away. This guy, I saw him, like I said, swim by, and then I cast in front of him. There he was. Nice smallmouth. And there's a lily pad patch back there. Ooh, I had one bigger than this guy on. I was fumbling with the camera, and I couldn't get the camera turned on, and then he got off. So I don't have any evidence of that one. But this guy's dogging it. That's a nice one. I don't know what he's going to go. I might put him on the measuring tape just to, well, gotta get him in the net first, just out of curiosity to see what he is. I'm gonna guess, whoa, geez, I don't know. I can't guess yet, but he's a good one. Don't want to horse him, so I'm just gonna let him tire himself out, and when I get a chance, scoop him. I'm gonna guess 18. That's what I'm gonna guess. Oh, that might have been my one chance. He's getting tired. He's ready to come in. Come on, buddy. Got him. Okay, what is it? Ho, ho, ho. That's a good one. Nice fish here. Leave him in the net while I get the hook out just in the end. There we go. Hooks out. Yeah, that's more like it. Hey, that's a bigger fish. Hopefully that's centered in the camera. Go down and up. There, you see him. Okay, I'm going to put my measuring board down. Just out of curiosity. See. Oh, my measuring board's all wrapped up on something. Ugh. Oh, nuts. A little embarrassing. I think they'd make them float. Good things. Tethered on. Okay. Let's go down. You gotta do the mouth closed like that, and you can see on there a little bit less than 18, so he'd be 17 3/4 inches. Not bad. My biggest in the kayak is 20.5, so this guy's a little smaller. Okay, buddy. See you later. That's a little more like it. Oh, now that I look at the camera, I don't know if you're angled up or down, or I hope you saw it okay. I'll adjust the camera here. Time for another one. Well, we got another one. That's a big rock bass, that guy. And surprised to catch him on my chatterbait. Oh, buddy. There we go. So there's rock bass. And he choked my chatterbait. Yep. Okay, got another one on here. Ooh, a decent one. Maybe this is the one that has the hook in his mouth. See if I can keep this guy on. He's coming at me. And he bit really close to shore. He's pulling me. What is this thing? Feels like a good one. not bad. Not huge. This isn't the one I saw. This is a smallmouth. The other one I saw was a largemouth. Ooh, nice jumper. You wouldn't think so, but they're like, they can really pull. Like he's pulling, well, of course they can pull, but he's pulling the kayak. There's a big rock in front of us. No, don't go that way. Okay, can I get him? Just hooked in the side of the mouth. Come here, buddy. Ooh. Okay, let's try this side. Oh, just barely hooked. That's okay. If he would have got away, that's all right. That's a nice one. Not bad. Not huge, but not bad. Nice little smallmouth bass. He's got some black spots on him. Probably 16 and a half, maybe. Okay. Away he goes, and he bit way close to those reeds in close to shore. Okay, get another one. Got another one under that same big tree there. Don't know if this is a smallmouth bass though. I think he's a rock bass. Yeah, he's a little guy. Little rocky. Oof, that had to hurt. Sorry, buddy. Ouch. Okay, let's just flip you over. See ya. Try on the other side of that dock up there in a second. See if anybody's behind the sea-doo. Yes, there is somebody behind the sea-doo. What is that? I think another rock bass. No, baby smallmouth. Gotta pedal forward a bit so I don't run into the bank. Okay, baby smallmouth, come on up here. Hey, I'm not squeezing you that hard. Bye. Come here, it's the loon again. Hey, buddy. Oh, see ya. Scanning these things to see if I can see any shadows moving along. Oh, something. What is that little guy down there? Oh, it's another rock bass. Barely hooked. He'll be a boat side release, I think. Unless I want to show him off. Yeah, what the heck. Show you what a rock bass is. There's a nice rock bass. Bye. Well, that's going to do it for the day. Back to the boat launch, which is just on the other side of this bridge. Looks like there's a few people trying their luck here. I had a good day. A few smallmouth, largemouth, perch, lots of rock bass. Thanks for coming along.